Welcome to another week of the Fertility Freak podcast. This is Michelle Tillman, your fertility expert and educator. Today, we are talking about something that everybody seems to overlook on their trying to conceive journey, and it's sleep. Sis, I need you to go to sleep. The thing that you say, I'm going to catch up on it. Yeah, I'm going to catch up. No. You got to be consistent with this. So let's dive into why sleep is one of the most powerful, most inexpensive, and most God-designed fertility boosters that you have. So you can't pour from an empty womb, literally. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy and booked and tired and exhausted. But exhaustion is not a badge of honor when you're trying to conceive. When Hannah went to pray for her baby, Eli literally told her, "May the God of Israel grant you what you have asked of him." And the Bible says she went home and rested. Sis, rest and fertility are connected spiritually, emotionally, and biologically. Your body needs the stillness to receive. Your hormones need a rhythm to regulate, and your womb actually needs peace to function. So rest is not laziness. Okay, I know a lot of us are overachievers. Rest is not laziness, it's preparation. And the biological truth is that sleep controls your hormones. Okay, let's get scientific for a second. When you sleep, your body produces melatonin. It produces it, all right? Doesn't mean you need to take it, it produces it. It protects your eggs from stress and oxidative damage. So, literally, sleep guards your eggs. Okay. It also promotes estrogen and progesterone balance. These two hormones make ovulation and implantation possible. So when sleep is off, they are off. Okay. It also helps with LH and FSH regulation. These are the hormones that tell your ovaries, okay, release that egg. So when you have poor sleep, you have disrupted ovulation. When you have good sleep, you can have regular ovulation. Your cortisol levels also drop. So when you have high cortisol, it blocks conception. So literally, one bad night of sleep can spike your cortisol for 24 hours. Okay. Your body cannot hold stress and fertility at the same time. It chooses one. And that is why you need rest. Okay. Lack of sleep, what it does to your body. You might be sabotaging your journey without realizing it, because poor sleep can cause irregular periods and ovulation where you're not releasing an egg, low progesterone, insulin resistance, because yes, poor sleep raises your glucose, lower libido, increased inflammation, mood swings, a decrease in cervical mucus. Your body is literally whispering to you, I could work better if you would just sleep. Okay? Go to bed, sis. And from a spiritual perspective, God commands rest. He didn't suggest that you take a nap here and there. He commanded it. Because even God himself rested on the seventh day. Jesus told the disciples in Mark 6:31, come away and rest. Rest is holy. Sleep is spiritual. Rest is your worship. And for you, rest is a part of your miracle. So let your body receive the promise in peace, not in chaos, not in exhaustion. Okay. So here's what I recommend to my students um, when it comes to their sleep. Okay. Here's your fertility sleep checklist. Number one, sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. No shortcuts, no excuses. 7 to 9 hours. If you're trying to sleep 7 hours, you don't get in the bed at the time where your 7 hours would start. You start winding down like an hour or two before you actually want to be sleeping. Okay. And try your best. Number two, go to bed the same time every night. Yes, even on the weekends. I know it's hard, but your circadian rhythm controls your reproductive hormones. So if you can get that set and in place and regulated by going to bed the same time every night, this is not forever, because of course, when you have your newborn baby, you're going to be up all times of the night. But for now, until you get that newborn baby, let's try to get into bed the same time every night. Okay. You also want to block blue light 2 hours before bed. That's your phones, your TVs, your tablet. It all messes up your melatonin release. So I know you think, well, the TV helps me fall asleep. No, by default, you end up falling asleep. But there's something about shutting your mind and your electronics down up to 2 hours before bed. You want your body to release its melatonin naturally, okay? Number 4, your bedroom temperature needs to come down 65 to 68 degrees. I know some of y'all like, "Cha, you talking about icicle in my house." Well, cooling your core temperature increases deep sleep. So when you're colder, you sleep better. Okay, so have the temperature down, even if that means you got to put on your warm, fuzzy socks. You need your weighted blanket, not a heated blanket, but a weighted blanket, more covers. That's fine, but keep your body temperature low by turning that heat down if it's the wintertime, turning that air up if it's the summertime. Okay, being warm at night because you have your heat blasting is not optimal when it comes to fertility. Okay. Magnesium at night. Number 5, magnesium at night. It calms your nervous system. Magnesium calms your nervous system. It improves your sleep quality. So you want to make sure that you're doing your magnesium, whether it be a spray or a oral supplement at night. Get that nervous system regulation. Number 6, pray or journal before you go to bed. Okay, spirit first, science second. All right. Get that prayer in. Say those declarations daily. Put the declarations on your bed so you have to make a conscious decision to take it off and move it and not say it every night. Make that conscious decision. Because now that you're turning the TV off and your tablets and your phones 2 hours before bed, now you have the space to journal and get everything out after before you go to sleep, okay? All the thoughts that you might be thinking, you're like, "Oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that." Use that 2 hours to start planning for your next day and getting all the junk out of your brain. Brain dump, when you pray, you journal, brain dump. You could brain dump first and then pray and journal just to make sure, like, as you're praying, you're actually focusing, okay? And then for those who are drinking caffeine, which I do not recommend when you're trying to conceive, I know they want to fight me on TikTok for saying that you shouldn't have coffee and caffeine. Show me the scientific studies. Okay, listen, some stuff you got to be a study of one. What does your body do when you have caffeine? One thing I noticed that my body does and a lot of my students is that it makes you not realize how sleepy you actually are. So we're cutting out caffeine, not because there's a scientific study saying that you're not going to get pregnant, but why would you take the chance? Why would you take the chance that the caffeine can throw off any other hormone, that it can cause you not to get these 7 to 9 hours a night that you need, that because you don't really feel the exhaustion that you would feel if you weren't having caffeine? Okay. You don't want anything that's a crutch to possibly be the small reason or a part of the reasons why you're not pregnant. So just cut the caffeine, after 2 p.m., no more caffeine. Okay. Or really just cut the caffeine altogether. It's going to take time. Baby step your way there. You don't have to just go dry, cold turkey. Take your time, but cut the caffeine. All right. And number 8, create a wind down routine. You can shower, you can stretch, dim your lights. Let your body know it's time and it's safe for you to get your sleep. Okay. Consistency is what boosts your fertility. Being consistent in all 8 of those steps is what's going to boost your fertility. Okay. Your body isn't broken, it's probably just tired. You're not failing. You are not behind. You're not less than. You're not, quote, unlucky. You're not broken. You're not tired. You are tired. Let me say that again. You are tired. And a tired womb is not going to perform at its highest level. But the good news is that this is one of the easiest things that you can fix. You can start tonight. You can literally begin healing your hormones in your sleep. God can restore you, He can renew you, and He can refresh you. And as you rest, He's working. Your sleep is literally one of the most healing times that you have. A lot of the work and the detoxing and the cleansing of your cells and your liver and your organs happens at night. So get your rest. If today's episode has blessed you, share it with someone. Tag me on Instagram and let me know that you listened to this episode. And don't forget, we have our absolutely free pregnancy protocol training, masterclass mini course. The show notes should have the link to that for you, because when you pray and when you learn and you walk this journey with an expert, God can literally move on your behalf. And I'm praying for your sleep, your hormones, your womb, and your breakthrough. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next week.